Welcome to week one of trying to vibe code my way to $1 million using only AI. We were able to do quite a bit this week, but a lot of it was just getting things started and ready to go so that future projects can be launched faster, easier, and I can rapidly grow and build them from there. The first step was to start creating some starting cash. So I combined the use of two open source repositories, one called Video Use and one called Hyperframes. And I told the model to take what it needed from these programs to create a video editing software that I can use the model and use human language to communicate what I want done, and to take long form videos and clip them.
Adjust the volume of the videos so that the outro is not louder.
I owned the rights to these long form videos, but if I didn't own the rights to these, I would try to find either Creative Commons type content that I think would do well as clips, create a clip channel around that, and post those, which I will also try to do as an experiment to see if that is even a viable option. But right now I'm using the resources I already have, which is a YouTube channel with a bunch of documentaries that I've made over the last 8 years. Closer to the end of this video, I'm going to recap and show how much money this has made me, but I don't expect it to make a ton of money. I expect it to get us out of the red and into the black so that we can start reinvesting money for the many, many expenses that I see coming up throughout this challenge, such as paying for better AI, databases, development fees, accounts, all this kind of stuff that's just going to come up over time. Throughout the week, I continue to use this program and it becomes more and more challenging. In fact, it almost seems like it's gone down this pathway of getting worse and worse over time. The first clips it produced were decent. There were a couple little issues with them. They started on the end of a last clip and things like that, but they were actually concise. They worked. And from there, I started trying to give it more limitations, trying to optimize it more, and the clips actually started to get worse. So throughout the week, I worked on this, and we're going to have a recap of where we're at with this clipping project, which I don't assume is going to be something that I continue to do because it takes a long time for my computer to render out these clips. 1 out of 5 of them at this point are decent enough to actually publish. So I think that's a dead end road, and I'm going to focus on more productive uses of my AI and my time. In day 2, I live vibe coded a web page that tracks my profits and losses and puts them in categories and makes really nice little graphs about it. You can check that out in the link in the description. So this is my website, Pleb Tools, where it's an open source website with all sorts of really cool tools for plebs to be able to calculate different types of things that might be interesting for them, and just different things I've built over the period of the last year. One of these things is the Pleb Tools Treasury. So this website, I basically wanted to do this thing where I just bought Bitcoin, $100 of Bitcoin every single week, record it, and show building up sort of a reserve to fund this open source project. It has basically like a spreadsheet here of the Bitcoin buys and then also donations that I've received over time as well. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to dictate to Cursor my idea for this. I want to create a new web page on Pleb Tools that is a profit and loss tracker for the AI to 1 million challenge. I want you to take the information from the treasury page and create a new one off of that where we can differentiate characteristics or categories for where we've received the money from and what the expenses go towards. Add in a $16 expense for June 1st for Cursor, and add in a $5 positive or profit or a donation. So we have total income, total expenses, net profit and loss is $11. Progress towards the $1 million goal. I like that so far. Net profit over time, source of income, donation, expenses by category. That's cool. I like this. This is basically what I wanted. So $16, negative $16 on the first. We got our $5 donation. We've climbed up Look at that. That looks, I mean, that chart is up and to the right. I mean, you can't argue with facts like that, right? That's really looks very impressive. I also began work on this real skeleton prototype that I have of this meal app. It's an optimization app called What's for Dinner. The idea is that you can tie in accounts to it between you and other family members, and you can all update what is for dinner, what's for lunch. And this is a massive problem that couples have. I don't know. Me and my wife have this problem where we don't know what to make for dinner. And so the idea here is that you have all the things that you can make, all the recipes and ideas for food that you normally make, because even that is hard to remember. And then you can add those to days, and it creates calendar events, and you can adjust the time. Say you need to pull out something from the freezer the day beforehand, or you want to slow cook something, so you got to get it started in the morning. You can set the custom times to alert you when you need to be alerted. I'm going to build this out as a complete meal prep optimization app, and actually this probably will be the first app that I try to release and make some money off of. How I'm going to monetize this, I'm not entirely sure yet. That's something that we'll figure out as we go and as we actually reach those steps. Maybe there'll be some banner ads. I know banner ads are annoying, but it's an easy way to monetize. And then maybe a subscription service to unlock some features, although I kind of hate that as well. Or maybe we'll go old school and you just pay 99 cents and you get access to the app. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. And this is definitely something that I'm going to work on throughout the week and throughout multiple weeks to really get this nailed down and hopefully profitable from the get-go. So the next thing I'm going to work on here with this app is I'm going to add a recipe tab down here. And then I've copied the repositories for this meal app that is really cool. You can paste in a website that has a recipe on it, and it will pull just the recipe information. So I'm going to try to add that to this app. Now, one thing that's interesting is this is a GPL3 license, which is copy left, which means that everything after it, I believe, it needs to be open source. So I will open source everything for this app, which is okay because I want to make money from this app, but I think it's okay to have it open sourced because people are just going to use my app, pay for it, have advertising on it rather than build their own app from it. Some people might, and that's fine. That's cool. Originally, it did put a little X next to here. I feel like that was too easy to misclick. So now there's just to delete this tab underneath the bottom on these ones. And also you can erase that and it just makes it meals instead. And whoa, okay, that's annoying. I'm going to fix that for sure. Let's see, allow it to be blank when erasing meals. Okay, and then another thing I want to try here is this recipe page, and we have a new recipe or import from website. So I have some pancake recipe here from allrecipes.com, very popular website. Let's press, oop. Yeah, see, I'm doing stuff on here and running the local host for this. So let's see. Ah, there we go. Tab. Nice. Look at that. 3 dots. That works great. Well done. Well done. Okay, we're going to import from website. I'm going to press paste. Import recipe. Could not fetch. Okay. Let's try this again. Say, this doesn't work. Make it reliable. All right, let's take a look at the changes. So meals here, it says also making. If we change this, it goes to 3 dots. That's good. This recipe here that I've made, it's uncategorized. Ooh, we need to be able to add categories. Add to meals. Ooh, look at that. Which tab you want to add it to? Very nice. Let's delete this recipe. Ooh, plus categories. Okay. Let's do Mexican. Change uncategorized in the recipe section to popularity. I'm going to just wait to actually initiate that. Okay, so now let's try this. Import from website. We paste in an address. Ooh, the picture didn't work. We need to be able to add a category if it doesn't exist already. Imported from all recipes. Okay, look, it links out to the actual recipe. I like that. It has image URL. Let's see if we can fix that URL or the image. The image from the pancake recipe paste in doesn't work. All right, that's 3 queued things for it to do. Let's see how it does on all of those. So far, pretty promising. A lot of small fixes here. You can replace photo. Whoa. And it brings up your files. Awesome. You can remove or paste image URL. Very nice. Very nice. And fetch a different URL. Cool. Press save. Whoa. Okay, that's all right. And then we go back. Oh my God, look at how good that looks. It's making me hungry. I want those pancakes now. Okay, let's try a different one from a more obscure website, possibly. Let's try, this looks like some sort of seasons and suppers. Smaller kind of website. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. You can tell it's almost dinner time. Import from website, fetch recipe. Oh my God, look at how clean and great that looks. So I made it so that the popularity category actually works. So this one shows 9 views. This one shows 8. If we press this one, it shows 9. And now it's actually bumped it up to the top. So we'll go 10. We'll go 9. Oh, 10. Yeah. So it actually just continues to work. Now, what do you guys think? Should it show the views or not? I'm kind of going for no. I feel like part of this app could be really fun because multiple people have access to this, right? So, for instance, my wife and I have access to this app, and I can put something on here. There should almost be like a interactive way where the other person can like thumb something up or interact, say like this one please, or like something like that, where it becomes more interactive and therefore more engaging, and obviously that would be more valuable, increase people's time on app and reoccurrence on app and all of that. So I have one more idea that I just kind of want to get on the page here. It's another tab. I know I wanted this app to be incredibly simple when I first designed it, but I think it has so much potential to be this like everything organizer for food and your week and meal prep, and just be that just incredibly useful for people. So one more tab here. Make a tab that is for a shopping list and have it so that you can go to a recipe and click into that recipe either through the week, through meals, or through the recipe tab, and be able to actually select ingredients out of that gets added to your shopping cart. And then in the shopping list, I should say, not shopping cart, in the shopping list, you're able to press that and create a Google event with a custom time. In the description of that event is all of the food that you're going to buy, all the items that you want to buy, but also on the app itself, make the shopping list checkable so you can check it off. That's a good start. I'm going to make a couple of adjustments. There's a few things I didn't like about that. I want to make it so that the shopping cart, you can save items on there because I don't want to have to enter in new items every single time I want to go buy groceries. Today, we're going to be optimizing what I'm going to be working on. We're going to lay out the steps together of what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do after, step by step, to kind of reach some of these larger goals, put some of these ideas down on paper or on digital paper, that is, and then begin checking off those boxes. So I want to create an HTML website based off this information that is interactive so I can actually check things off. A lot of work yesterday on my What's for Dinner app, and it's starting to look really good. So we'll take a look at that as well, but I do just want to create this right now. Okay, run npm dev. This will create a local host where you can actually view this in the project, and it updates as you continue to edit it. Clip videos for early cache. Step 2, app developer account and release apps. Test AI $1 million ideas. Okay. In progress, 22% down. This is cool. What do we have here? Overview. These are those 3 on the side. Step 1. Okay. This looks pretty good. I like this. Now, if you go into this recipe again, you can go down here and press add to shopping list. I do need to optimize some. I feel like it's not super intuitive, but you press add to shopping list. This comes up with all the ingredients with the amounts as well, which might seem a little bit confusing. I'm not 100% sure how to optimize that, but basically you can press this. Let's say, oh, I already have cornstarch. I have baking powder. I need some flour. We ran out of flour. We have sugar, but we need some eggs. All right. Yeah. So we say we just need all this stuff. Okay. Well, this is sugar as well. So there's a bit of duplicates there. I will need to fix that. But let's say we need all this other stuff. So we press add 11 items. We go to shop. Now we have a shopping list here. We have common. If we can add things in here that we normally need to buy. We go to my list. We can add items here as well. And then when we go through the store and we find things, we just check them off. And then what we can do as well is we can plan the grocery shopping. So if you didn't want to use this app, you could actually add to Google Calendar. This isn't going to work here because I'm not signed in on this browser, but it will create an event with the description with all of these in here. Okay, so I'm going to sign up for the Google Play Store to be able to implement these. So going here, developer accounts, Google Play console, distribution for Android, use the same apps for Android, makes sense. Google Play console. Let's bring this into my preferred browser. This is it, guys. The account is created. Forest Total. Create your first app. This is so cool. What should I name it? This is how your app will appear on Google Play. Okay. Dinner time. I like that. Should I put an exclamation point? Dinner time? No. Package name. Enter an app package name. Let's dinner time. Package name must be the following format. com.example.myapp. What? You can edit this on the app pricing page up until you publish your app. Once you're published, you can change a free app to paid. Okay, let's go free then. Yep. Create app. This is it, guys. This is the start of something big. Okay, there's some restrictions here. This is going to be interesting. Now, one really important thing for me to do for this app is to turn it into an app. I need to take it from a web app into an Android app and convert it into an APK. So I decided to try to use anti-gravity for this. This is Google's coding agent. And here's my experience using that new AI. It actually seems to be really generous with its free version here. And the other thing here too is because it's Google, it's going to have a lot of information about being able to create an app. So I'm going to move into using this. So I'm going to download for Windows, set this up right now. Let's see, build with Google plugins are packaged collections of skills. I do need Android. Take the files that are in this folder and go through them, double check them, make sure there's no bugs, any security issues. Figure out how you can optimize a few things, make it better, more appealing. After you're done here, I want you to package this up as an APK, as an Android file that I can sideload or put into Google Play Store through my Google console account. I think that interrupted this. Worked for 36 seconds and then it interrupted it when I put that in. I don't like that. So I didn't like that it interrupted my previous prompt and it didn't even complete my second prompt without running out of usage. So the free plan gets you basically 2 half prompts completed, and then they want you to start paying for older models of their competitors and Gemini, which you can just use basically for free. It seems ludicrous for me. I'm going to end up just doing this in Cursor again, where I have a plan, and even the free tier there, I'm still just basically using. If I look at my usage on there, it hasn't gone into the paid usage anyway. Even though I'm coding every single day using AI every single day, I still haven't gone past the free hobby plan, which is wild. So that's something I haven't done this week, but I imagine this app is going to take me roughly around a month to fully release, and there's a lot more work to do. Building the app is one thing, but then marketing and actually creating the front-facing app, so everything is aesthetic and user-friendly and easy, that's going to be a lot of fine-tuning and work. And actually, I need some testers. I need some people to help me out. So there is a link in the description for everything you see in this video, but one of them is to sign up to an email list if you want to be a tester and help me test some of the things that I build here. If you do, that would just be super, super helpful. So I appreciate you if you do sign up for that. So here's the thing, right, is this challenge is designed for me to be able to use AI to try to make money. But the thing is I also just want to be able to use AI better so that I can create things that I want to create. And not all of those things are going to be monetarily profitable or have a monetary incentive to them at all. Today on my YouTube channel, I released a debate between two people about a very important thing going on within Bitcoin right now. And one of the people requested a sort of wiki page for this change proposal to Bitcoin. So this is one of the wiki pages here for a previous soft fork implementation or a previous change to Bitcoin. And there's nothing like this for this current change. So he suggested that somebody should make one to showcase if this change is accepted by the community or not, if it has support or not. And nobody stepped up. And I just spent an hour and a half vibe coding this. And this shows the previous BIPs, but then also this new change to Bitcoin. BIP is a Bitcoin improvement proposal. This is the way that Bitcoin changes get proposed and then get implemented and reiterated on and so on. So these are the developers that are interested in it. These are the businesses and their positions on it. All this needs to be expanded on. This needs to be added to. I'm not going to be doing all the work here, but I've laid down the foundation for other people to implement and add additional influencers, additional businesses. These businesses are all from the 2017 soft fork proposal for SegWit. So a lot of these are maybe not as relevant anymore, or there's a lot of other businesses that are very important in this ecosystem. So I just spent my evening here. I had about an hour and a half of time to work on AI projects, and I spent them on a little passion project here, something that I think is going to help a community that I'm a part of, as opposed to trying to make money and build this app and cut clips and all this kind of stuff that I'm doing for the challenge. I also built a Monte Carlo simulator, which essentially, this one plays out 100. Usually they play out 1,000 different scenarios. And you have the amount invested. This one has a cash buffer, inflation rate, annual spending, volatility of the asset, expected return of the asset, and your tax rate on the asset. So this really encompasses the vast majority of what you need. And if you don't have the volatility of the asset simulated, your asset's just going to go up into the right, and it's not really reality. So in this case here, we have $2.1 million. We have some of that in cash. We could lower the amount of cash that we have. That affects the probability of success as well, and the amount of value at the end of it. This blue line here is the median. So it's sort of the middle ground here. If we have inflation rate, so this is debasement, which actually is the cost of living. So we have an annual spend of 200,000, and if you spend more, your success rate is going to go down, right? So at year 10 here, you have a 55% chance that you're going to end up with money or not. So 45% of the paths have $0 at the end of it with this simulation right here. So if we lower our spending, however, that probability goes up. So say we want to spend 150K a year. We have some cash. We have 2 million. We expect our investment to go up 25% per year on average. That's Bitcoin for anybody curious, with the asset volatility of 40. If the volatility goes down, look at the probability of success goes way up, incredibly so. So yeah, Bitcoin volatile, but that's where the returns come from. So if your returns go down, probability of success goes down. And you can see here, each one of these lines follows a scenario. So this one goes bust year 8. This one here goes bust year 4, and so on. And you can actually randomize the scenario as well. So this doesn't really make me any money, but I'm going to make a video on this on my main channel, my Bitcoin channel, and that'll make money, but that's just my regular business stuff. Anyway, this is something I wanted to make because this could help people retire earlier when they're able to put in Bitcoin and what they think they're going to spend, and play out some scenarios where they could see how much money they're going to need to be able to retire. So I uploaded these videos here that we cut and clipped, and now once they are processed, I'm going to use the Ask Studio AI here. Generate title suggestions. Living small, my fancy off-grid, inside my floating cabin, a tiny home galley tour. Let's do that. There we go. That's really nice. Fancy off-grid. I like that. I'm going to save that to my downloads. See what else we have here. Land, sea. I don't know. 3 more, and have the person in the picture. I like this one. Let's give this a try. So I had some issues last night. I was going to run this all last night, cutting clips, and Windows decided to do an update without letting me know. So my computer shut off. It was a classic Windows moment. And now it's detecting all these sort of issues with audio. I really want to get this thing to just work without bugs, right? And it's just not really doing it. It's now rendering some, I don't know, it keeps stopping. I keep telling it to do all of the videos and it stops. I need to really fine tune this thing a lot more. There's just so many bugs. We have a little bit of news here on this last experiment that we ran. So 436 views overnight. And we have the A/B testing done. This one here, Lady in the Middle, Life at Sea, that's kind of the one I thought was going to do the best. Significantly has outperformed these other ones. So we're going to set this as an option, and we'll allow that to get some more views. This channel is like basically dead, which is why I'm sort of just doing this. Like, I don't expect this is going to be good for retaining viewers, just re-uploading clips from videos people have already seen. But it's 5 out of 10 out of the last 10 ones, obviously. It's not doing terribly. Maybe sticking it out with this thumbnail will help that. And we'll kind of just continue to do this because we need a little bit of income here to start reinvesting. Drum roll, please. The results are in 1 week of clipping and releasing videos. I released them every other day, roughly. At least that was my plan. I believe I did that. I have some private still. I have some extra clips to continue to do this. But honestly, the results were incredibly disappointing and largely expected on my part, actually. I thought well, to be fair, I did expect them to do a little bit better than they did, but they really didn't do well. So here is the results. 1 week of this clip being up, right? It came out on June 2nd. It is June 8th right now. 993 views for a total of $3.07. And then these 2 clips we released as well a couple days apart, $1.46 and $1.43. So really terrible, not good whatsoever. Couple of bucks, but really, I'm not so sure I'm going to really be continuing to follow this because this was a lot of work. Just even getting the thumbnails using the Ask Studio, like this takes time, it takes effort. It's basically destroying this channel, although it's just going to die anyway. So I don't really know if it's that big of a deal. I'm kind of weighing things out here. It makes me realize that if I could automate this more, perhaps it would be worth it still, even with this small amount of money. And this is only 1 week of them being out. The algorithm can sometimes pick things up. Some of these clips could do better than others. And it's still a couple of bucks just rolling in sort of by itself if it was fully automated, which it is absolutely not. But to just put a pin in this story for now, as I think that it isn't really that interesting to continue following this thread, and likely I won't be doing that much more work on it, maybe behind the scenes a little bit. I told the AI to go back to editing the videos like how it made these first 4 clips, which actually turned it out really well. And it was very basic. It wasn't with a lot of the context I added, which started to screw up the AI. And it rendered out a new video into 3 clips, and they were all very good comparative to the ones in the middle here where they started to screw up a little bit. I still have hope, but I probably won't be talking too much more about this. Maybe just doing weekly updates, how much money the clip channel has gotten, what kind of work I've done, unless there's some sort of breakthroughs there on the side. These are the final monetary results here, and we can see we are still in the red. We will make it out. We will make some money. There's been some extra expenses paying for the developer fee and only a little bit of cash rolling in. We are still early. We're in the startup phase. We are running a deficit, much like every government in the world. They still function somehow and they run massive, massive deficits. We, however, will actually stop our deficit. We will actually make some money and provide some value. So that's it, everybody. Appreciate you all sticking it out here for this first week video. Lots of stuff has happened. Lots more will happen. We'll see how this app does. I'm going to learn a lot from doing it, from publishing it, from posting it, to trying to market it, to trying to monetize it. I imagine there'll be some struggles, and I'll learn a bunch so that the next one becomes even easier and I can vibe code my way to $1 million. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.